Hey everyone, it's Nathan with Beyond the Treeline again. Welcome back to another Gear Chat, and today we're answering the question of whether or not it's worth spending money on an expensive backpacking stove. Right here I've got the MSR Pocket Rocket 2. It's a fantastic stove. I've been using this thing for over 4 years now, and I've got a lot of great things to say about it. But is it worth it compared to this? A non-name brand Amazon backpacking stove. Let's dive into the comparison to find out. Starting off, the MSR Pocket Rocket 2 retails at $59.95, while the Amazon stove comes out to $10.96. Let's jump into some of the specs. The MSR Pocket Rocket has a minimum trail weight of 2.6 ounces. Combined with its plastic carrying case, comes in at 3.7 ounces. The dimensions in the storage container are 3.5 inches by 2 1/8 inch by 2 inches. This MSR Pocket Rocket 2 features a wind clip, which is MSR's answer to the flame being blown out in a strong gust of wind. Comes in pretty handy. Now, with the Amazon stove, minimum trail weight 3.4 ounces. Package weight with the carrying case comes out to an even 4 ounces. Its dimensions are 3 1/8 inch by 2 1/8 inch by 1.5 inch. The cool feature on this little guy is a self-igniter, which saves you bringing along a lighter if you want. Now, let's test their boil times because that's going to be a key factor in determining which of these stoves is really worth it. Because a faster boil time means a more efficient use of fuel, which means less fuel is needed for each boil, which ultimately means less space and weight in your pack. Or another way of looking at it, the quicker you get your coffee in the morning. I wanted to bring it outside to emulate a more realistic environment, so we're going to be boiling 1 liter of water on each stove, time it, and see which one's faster. Starting with the Pocket Rocket. Let's get the timer set up first. All right. And start. All right. So our Pocket Rocket came in at 5 minutes and 14 seconds. Let's see how the Amazon one does. Another fresh liter. This liter of water is starting out at the same temperature that I started the previous one at. One strike for the Amazon one. All right, that's full blast. And start. See how it does. There's our boil. And our Amazon stove comes in at 9 minutes and 17 seconds. That's quite a big difference from the Pocket Rocket. So who's our winner here? Well, clearly in the category of price, our Amazon stove has us beat. It comes in at 1/6 of the price of the Pocket Rocket. When we're talking weight though, the Pocket Rocket wins. 0.3 ounces lighter in overall weight with the carrying cases, or 0.8 ounces lighter when you're just comparing the two stoves. Now, dimensions our Amazon stove wins again, coming in slightly more compact than the Pocket Rocket. But when it comes to boil time, our Pocket Rocket is the clear winner, coming in several minutes faster than the Amazon stove. But back to our original question. Is the Pocket Rocket worth it compared to this non-name brand Amazon stove? For me, absolutely. I can't tell you how many times this Amazon stove has blown out in a strong breeze, whereas the Pocket Rocket's never done that for me. Also, as we could see today, the self-igniter isn't always super reliable. Overall, the Pocket Rocket saves me fuel and just time babysitting the flame. On the other hand, though, when people typically ask me for advice on buying a backpacking stove, I almost always point them to this little guy right here, this Amazon stove. And why? Well, it's cheap and fairly reliable. If you're looking for a budget-friendly option, or you don't go backpacking all that often, or you're just getting into backpacking, this is a hard one to beat. Now, would I ever go back to using the Amazon stove? No. This Pocket Rocket's awesome. It's the little things like the boil time and the wind clip that make this thing absolutely worth it for me. So at the end of the day, I think the answer really comes down to personal preference and what you value in a backpacking stove. Hopefully this comparison has helped shed some light on these particular backpacking stoves and which one might be worth purchasing for you. As always, please drop me a comment if you guys want to carry on the discussion, or like the video if you thought it was helpful. And until next time, guys, thanks for joining me.